Welcome to Zentangle Project Pack number 18. This is day 9. My name is Rick,
Hi, I'm Maria.
and today we're going to work on a very basic, beautiful, simple tangle called Me Too on this beautiful, beautiful new paper. And the way I'm starting this is I'm going to put dots in the corner with my pen
With the O1
with
micron.
the O1 micron, and then I am putting dots in between so that I have rows of 4 dots. So we're going to have 4 rows of 4 dots on this lovely paper.
That's a clever way of doing that.
And now I'm going to do these arcs, like parentheses, these curves. And I'm just going to use those dots as reference points. And you can see how I'm wrapping them around the dots. When I get to the second row or column, I do a mirror image and wrapping them around. And with this new surface and these new tools, we did an introductory video, and we encourage you to watch that so that you are really comfortable with all of the new exciting products that we're introducing on this series. But you'll notice here on each column that I do, it's always a mirror image of the previous one. So if the previous column started with an open parentheses, well, the second column does it with a closed parentheses. And again, you can see I'm just using these dots as a general reference point, and they're all going to disappear. So there's no eraser in Zentangle, but you can always draw over it. So on the end, I'm just making each one of these
Rice shapes?
rice shapes around or near a dot, and then going to color them in so they're all black. And you can already get the sense of, oh wow, this impossibility of this paper, which is already translucent, is going in, it's like 2 layers of it folding over itself. And give a shout out here to Mimi Lempart, who's a CZT who came up with this tangle.
I think she was CZT1.
Wow.
Yeah.
And this is one of the most elegant examples, I think, of tangling because it's just a curve put together in this wonderful, amazing way, and then we just go, and it's a magic trick. So I am now going to aura the outside of each one of these parentheses or curves. So on the outer part of the curve, I will put an aura. And you'll see when I get to the ones that are on the end, I'm just going to keep auraing around. We'll just go around, and stop there. So that's what we're doing with all of this, or you could start at the end and go around and then come down. So you get the idea. We're just going to do that on every single one. And like I said, this is a very magic tangle. Always remember to hold your pen in a relaxed way and be mindful also of the ink does dry a little, or it takes a little longer to dry on this surface because it's not as absorbent. Isn't that cool? Just that by itself is pretty neat,
I know.
right? But let's turn it over and see where we go with this, okay?
We're going to do something a little bit different than we usually do with Me Too.
Right? So I'm looking at this. What if they connected in an unexpected way. So I'm not going to describe this. You can just see how they're connecting. So, right? And we're just going to do that in the same direction for all of those. And then we're going to do it so they cross, because now these guys are going to connect. And we're going to do this in a hollow bar fashion. I'm going to draw behind. So all this time, I thought something else was going on the back of a tile, of a Me Too tile.
Yeah.
But it took these translucency tiles for us to discover what actually was happening on the other side of Me Too.
It's more structurally sound. How's that?
Right?
Yeah.
And they interconnect.
How fun is that, right?
So now I got two different, we all got two different color pencils or chalk pencils in our kit. So I'm going to start with one series of these just pick a section and then imagine how it would be. So that's going like that. It goes underneath to the other side. Well, that would connect with this one. So we're going to make that one, in my case, orange, because that's what I have.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
Right? Okay, so that goes behind. Oh, comes out there. So you just pick one of them, and it tells you automatically what every single one is going to have to look like or wants to look like. So I'm going to shift to my blue pen and put the other one on. Pencil. My blue pencil. And so I'm going to follow the same approach here, because I know that I discovered that I needed the blue to give me a hint of what the other side is going to be, because the orange didn't go across to the other side. So now I know. See, this goes over here. I mean, this was just fun to figure out. So it's like all different layers of what's going on here. So this blue just goes all around, and it becomes this like loop within itself. Stays on the paper all the time. And then I know what to do. Okay, the rest of it is going to be the orange. Just putting that together. And then once I have that down, it's like time for the tortillon. And really, actually, before the tortillon, I'm going to do the over and under. So where those pieces go under another, I don't know what we're going to call them, but these little ribbony things.
Strings?
These strings. Strings because we use...
Yeah, not strings. It's a ribbon.
So these elements going under and each other, we're going to we're going to shade that. And then once the graphite is down, we'll blend it all together with the tortillon. Because one of the neat things about the colored chalk and the graphite is they blend together really well. And particularly on this paper.
Again, this paper is is supposed to look like vellum, which is goat skin or calf skin, which the Book of Kells, and it was the predecessor of paper.
Right,
is that right?
right.
Before people knew how to make paper, they drew or painted or wrote on animal skin, which was just the most wonderful thing to draw on.
And then you would erase it with a piece of broken glass. You can scrape it off.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's very forgiving. I'm not sure about this paper, but the calfskin was, yeah.
You'll notice that I have a blue dedicated tortillon still and a orange dedicated tortillon.
We'll see how long that lasts.
Right. And now you can imagine what we're going to do on the other side is we'll figure out, okay, well, this is the orange from the front, if you will, or the other side, and that will come through here. And we'll just go through and figure out where all the oranges are, and then we'll go through, right? Isn't that cool?
Yes.
And do the same thing with the blue. But before that, what I did is I'm just reinforcing that line where it goes under the other side. Felt that needed that definition. So I'm going to add the graphite. Any place that's going to go under something else, and in this case, it's going either under one of those bands or it's going through the paper. And then with my still orange tortillon, we'll smooth that.
So this is even learning this technique here on Me Too. You can do other things similar to that in this woven type of way. There's other tangles that would do well with this.
Mm-hmm. So again, the same approach on the blue, and where it either goes through the paper or under another element, and work the tortillon and see how that blends in so nice. Very simple, but very elegant. These look so nice when they're set up in a window, by the way.
Yeah. How cool, right?
That fun?
Very cool.
A new twist on an old tangle.
Mm-hmm.
And time for a chop. And I keep playing with, okay, well, this is my translucency go-to chop for the moment. A little bit different from my regular one. But that's part of the gift of this paper, exploring things a little bit differently than normal.
How cool is that?
Right?
Beautiful.
Hope you enjoyed this, and thank you for joining us. We will see you next for day 10.
There you go. See you later.
Bye now.
Bye.